Let me tell y'all, man, being black is hard. And being black is not nearly as easy as some people try to make it out to be.
Hold up, baby. Hold up, baby.
Yes, it's not as easy as some of us try to make it appear. I hear all the time, well, I love being black, man. I wouldn't be anything else. Are you sure? Just thought about not being black. You ever thought some of the advantage, the cultural, social advantages that you may have, uh, 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 knowing more of your history? Maybe you start on second base instead of, behind in the count. Have you ever thought about it? I'm not saying that I want to be white. I'm not saying that I want to be Mexican. I'm not saying that I want to be Chinese or Japanese or Korean or I don't know, Dutch. I'm not even saying I want to be African or Arabian. I'm not saying any of that. But have you just ever thought about the situation that you're in as a black American? I'm talking to black American people right now, right? Black folks, coloreds, in words, talking to us. Have you just ever been like, oh man, life could be easier? Have you ever been like, this job I'm working right now, I'm working 12-hour days and I'm not getting the wage I want, but I see this job over here. Woo. Less hours, more pay, easier on my back. That seems like a good idea. But if you love that job, working those 16 hours or 12 hours, whatever I said, making less money, you stay there for whatever reasons. Now, I'm not saying I'm about to go do a color change. I'm not about to do, the Sammy Sosa. I might do the Charlamagne the God, But we're not going to do the Sammy Sosa here. And I just asked this question because, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, yes. But man, there's so much that comes with that pride and it's difficult. So here's where I pull this topic from. I go to the Dave Chappelle documentary for my birthday. Shout out to Sharon for the tickets. Sharon's my mom. And it was a good time. But as I'm sitting there and I'm watching this documentary, and you're listening to Dave Chappelle talk about some of the stuff that was going on in Yellowstone, Ohio, or whatever the hell it's called, Yellow, whatever, Ohio. When you're listening to what's going on in the world during the pandemic, and then you have the different comedians giving their, who are in the documentary, giving their takes, man. And the one that really hit me the hardest, it's Jon Stewart. He's talking about how crazy is it that when black people come to white people asking for just equality, asking to just be treated the same as everyone else, the response is, oh man, I don't know about that one. Oh, man. Now we got to do tough negotiating like it's business, as if the white people are going to lose something if they just treat people the same. And that really stuck with me because he was like, he was just talking about how afraid white people are of black people. He was like, well, what if black people decided they wanted to get back at white people? What would that world look like? Thank God black people are not headhunting white people. And, it stuck with me. So then I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, man, oh shit. I knew it was hard being black, but sometimes I forget how hard it is because sometimes it's just all we make it out to be as black people. Just think about this. Just think about the tough things we've gone through in America. Just the basic stuff that's obvious. Slavery. Stripped from our land, thrown on ships, sell across the darn ocean, be culture taken from you, name taken from you, pride taken from you, family taken from you, your gatherings, your belongings, anything that you own is taken from you. And now you got to go work for somebody who don't even speak your language. Jim Crow. Obviously. You can't use this because you look like that. You can't come here because you look like that. If you look at my wife, I will kill you. And get away with it. Obvious. The crack epidemic. Obvious. The war on drugs. Obvious. God forbid you have crack in your pocket instead of pure cocaine, and you get a whole different sentencing, right? Isn't that crazy? Crack is derived from cocaine, but we get lighter time for coke than we do crack. Which all leads to mass incarceration. And now we're dealing with the vigilante justice and the police killings. Now you see all these are just the obvious things that have happened here that's like, bruh, name your generation, pick one, would you sign up for it? Not even talking about redlining and implicit bias, Veterans being denied their GI Bill, or their VA loan because they're black. I'm not talking about that. Imagine having to recreate a culture that you don't even own. Sure, you can enjoy it in your house with your family. Sure, you can enjoy it with your friends. But there's a group of people who have monetized black culture. And a lot of the gatekeepers to the monetization of black culture are not black people. A lot of the people who are becoming billionaires off of black culture are not black people. Just think about it. Our original culture was stripped, burned, desecrated, and, disparaged. Just think about it. Your African name is not a real name. No, we got to change that. The way you speak is not how you're supposed to speak. You have to speak this language. The things you believe in are absolutely and fundamentally false. You must believe this. Your way of living is wrong. You must try to live like us. So then you drop your culture, you drop your beliefs because you're trying to survive. You're trying to make your way in a brand new place, in a brand new culture. And now you are becoming like a lesser version of this new culture that's been forced on you that still doesn't accept you. Imagine searching for your identity while trying to survive, because see, a lot of us have become whitewashed. A lot of us we must pronounce our words properly to ensure that people think that we are educated. We must not be loud in public. We must make sure that our hair is always neat. We must make sure that we are clean, cut, and shaven. We must make sure that we do not shake the tree too much. Because you know what happens when they get upset? Oh, you must pull your pants up, son. Why? Who does it bother? You must not stay out too late at night. You must not wear your natural hair, young lady. No, you must get that perm. Come on now. All of these different things that we're now getting to a place where we're saying, bro, I ain't got to do that. It has nothing to do with my ability to succeed in this world. My appearance has nothing to do with that. My demeanor, it has something to do with that. But look here, if I'm speaking the language and you can understand it, who cares if I say ain't instead of am not? Who cares if I say y'all instead of you all? Who cares? Who cares if I want to listen to Gucci Mane real loud in my speakers driving down the street, pulling into the parking lot at work. Who cares? Why do I have to code switch? I spend most of my time at work. Why do I have to code switch? How come I just can't be authentically who I am? Why does it bother you? Am I being effective? Am I being efficient? Am I being productive? Who cares? Who cares if my hair is orange? Who cares if my hair is natural? Who cares if I don't look like you or act like you? Why do I have to do that? Think about this. Think about the industries that we thrive in: sports, entertainment. Guess what we own? We don't own sports teams. We don't own many prominent entertainment companies. We don't control the media who tells the stories about us. You know, now that we have athletes, especially athletes who are creating their own media platforms in order to get the message out that they want, it's because, hey, bro, I'm tired of this person, this reporter that I have to talk to, who doesn't really know me, who doesn't understand me, painting the picture of who I am to all these other people, because they're not painting the right picture. He's using the wrong brush. That's the wrong color. You should be using matte black, not jet black. He's matte black, not jet black. You understand what I'm saying here? But you don't know the difference because you don't know. You just have your experiences. You just are who you are. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's tough. It's difficult. It's frustrating. It's like, why can't I just be myself like I want to? Then you have the chasing of white acceptance, right? Think about how many of us have chased white acceptance. Think about how many of us still chase white acceptance. And I'm not saying you're a bootlicking Uncle Tom for chasing white acceptance. I truly believe so many of us are chasing success, and what we've been told is success is that you accepted by the white folks. Oh, you done made it. You high on the hog. Yeah, you done made you a little money. Get out the neighborhood. Go. Live in the burbs with the rest of them. And don't come back. Because these people here are hating. And they're trying to take what you got. And that's our reality in so many cases. And why? Why? Think about this, right? You know, think about what happened to us, what's separate but equal. Because our separate was not equal, what was better, what was white. So then you wanted what they had. Chasing white acceptance. You know, segregation is one of the best and worst things that happen to black people, because integration is one of the best and worst things that happen to black people. Why? Is it great that we can try to work together as a society? Sure. But what does it matter if I change the laws, if I change the quote unquote business practices, but I don't change the hearts and minds of the people who are writing the laws and are running the businesses? What does it actually do? Here's what it did. We lost our independence. We lost our businesses. We lost a lot of our schools. We lost our teachers. We lost our specialists. Our neighborhoods began to crumble. Why? Not because we didn't have the capable people, but now these people who were once owners are now workers. And now what they're doing is being dictated by someone who doesn't care about them. Oh yeah, you used to have this one community locked down, right? You're the black community. The black folks would go to the black market, right? Not that black market, but you know what I mean, right? And and that was great. But then once we go, let's integrate, and you get bought out by the white market because or you start going to the white market because they got cheaper prices because they're bigger. They then buy you out, and then guess what? You got to go use your skills that you once used to own your own market to go work at his and be a laborer. And he gonna cut your wages and jack up the prices. And I don't want to make this anti-white. Ooh, is that me chasing white acceptance? Nah, it's not anti-white though. But the point is, there just are so many difficulties with being black. Just imagine being educated at a school like predominantly black teachers, black students, and oh my God, a black curriculum. And I'm not saying an all black curriculum, no, because you still need to learn history as it happened. But damn it, over there, we ain't learn history as it happened. Can we be the good guy? Can we be more than just a slave and we shall overcome? That's how we are. We just slave in the history books. What are we? We just some slave. A couple of some Harriet Tubman, some Jonah Truths. You know, some folks that escaped. Got some folks with them a little Frederick Douglass, and then we jumped to Martin Luther King. Ooh, let's give a little. George Washington carve in there too. Oh yeah. We let George Washington carve in there too. They ain't gonna give us Black Wall Street. No. They're not gonna give us that. They're not gonna show how gruesome slavery was. They're not gonna show us how gruesome the Klan was. They're not gonna show us how gruesome this stuff was. And now we can't talk critical race theory. Well, I mean, it's not really being taught, and honestly, it should probably be packaged better because it would be received better if it was packaged better, right? There's just so much that we don't know about ourselves. And now that we're finally learning it, we're being told, no, you can't teach that. No, we're taking slavery out of schools. We're going to call it involuntary servitude. What? We can't teach just because it's going to make some of the kids feel bad because their ancestors did. Well, you ever thought about how it made me feel sitting here listening to it? Now, I'm not trying to make the other kids feel bad. No, I mean, it's just history. And that's going to take me into a topic that we're going to talk about later with some of this senseless censorship. But man, look here, man. I love being black. I love the struggle. I'm optimistic about it, but damn. It would be nice to start on third base sometimes instead of having to hit a triple when you're down 0-2 in an 0-2 count, down 3 runs in the 9th inning with 2 outs. Oh, well, you're more athletic. You got a better chance in sports. Okay, cool. Who cares? You make it hard for me to coach. You make it hard for me to run a team. You make it hard for me to run an athletic program. You make it hard for me to own one. Oh, well, black people, you're so cool. Yeah. Yeah, who cares if I'm cool? We don't own these nice designers that we be wearing that we be making cool. Look how long it took Gucci Man to get a Gucci sponsorship. You don't think he brought the Gucci a lot of money? Rest in peace to Virgil, but look how long it took him to get to where he was doing what he was doing. Look at some of the difficulties that came with that. And then talking about this makes me go back to white acceptance. Well, who said that that's right there as designer? Who said that Gucci's designer? Who said that Louis has to be designer? Who said that Miri has to be designer? Who said that Versace has to be designer? I mean, they said it was design. They set the price. But who cares? Well, what you want? Make what you wearing cool. And don't get me wrong, I do wear I like some certain name brands. I do. I think the shit's cool, and I wear it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. But why strive to to be something. Like I don't know. I feel like so much of Black success is turning its back on Black people. You know, like you get there and you be like, oh, bro, y'all can't get it, boy. Y'all can't shine like me, baby. You know what I mean? Like, okay, should we be looking down on each other, or should we be trying to pick each other up? Again, I'm guilty of some of this stuff now. I am. Y'all hear me talk about the sharecroppers all the time. But I mean, there's some good farmers out here. They're good people, good people, boy. And if I owned a farm, I'd hire them. But the worst part is trying to explain this to people as they point out the outliers. Going back to having to hit triples instead of starting on third base, right? The worst part is when they go, well, look at Barack Obama. So out of all the presidents in the United States, we've had one that's Black. Let's see. I think we've had 46 presidents, so 1 in 46. You do that percentage, man. Don't tell me the outliers. Tell me what's more commonplace. Give me the median, you know. Hell, give me the mean. Give me something give me something to strive to be that is much more attainable than being an outlier. Yeah, it's cool to strive to be an outlier, but let's be real. Outliers are outliers because they're outliers. I highly doubt you have somebody saying to some middle class white kid like, hey man, you could be Jeff Bezos one day. Not saying that you can't be Jeff Bezos, but like when you start talking about practical things you can do, oh yeah, you can go to college, you can learn how to do this, you can be a lawyer, you can be a doctor, you can be an accountant. I mean, you can get a trade. Hey, one day you could be Barack Obama. Yeah, one day you can be Jeff Bezos. It's probably not gonna happen. You don't like Bezos? Fine. Be Musk. You want to be Musk? Be Gates. You want to be Gates? Be Jobs. See what the hell I'm saying? Talk about outliers. Talk about outliers, man. It's so frustrating because yes, the goals are attainable, but the people that we see so often in my community that people look up to, that's like put in our face, you know, a lot of times by a media machine that we don't control, are the outliers. I want to be LeBron James when I grow up. Are you going to be 6'9", 260 pounds and one of the top 1% of athletes to ever walk the face of this earth? And then have a drive and a passion in the top 1% of people in the face of this earth? No? Okay, shut up. I want to be Jay-Z when I grow up. Are you sure? Are you going to be able to put words together that well? Then are you going to be able to like flip them words like he used to flip them birds into various businesses, into a status that like makes you more and more money? Are you going to have his business acumen? Are you going to have the relationships? Are you going to live the life that he lived in order to understand business in the way that he did? Are you willing to sever ties? Oh, relationship goals. Yes, Beyonce and Jay. Oh, Sierra and Russ. I mean, that looks good. I mean, it sounds good. It's a great thing to strive to, but how practical is that? Have you ever been the best person at anything in your life? You haven't? All right, let's go to reality. Stop trying to be an outlier and start trying to be the best you. And this is not to shit on your dreams. This is not to say that, oh, as Black people, we can't be great. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is greatness is amazing. Striving for greatness is great. But here's where you make your money. It's consistency every day. Be a great business owner. Rake in a profit every quarter. set you up for long-term stability and success. Be the best you that you can be, and then you slowly raise the floor, right? Because I think that's the biggest thing. The ceiling is high. Ceiling is as high as it can be, but the floor is low. And we got to get our floor out of the basement and up to the first floor. Because I've said this for years. Everybody want to be black, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.